This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy. ForumIAS is India's leading academy for civil services preparation. ForumIAS now provides interview guidance support for CAPF, Indian Forest Service, apart from civil services personality tests for its students.
Deepak, you have done BTech from IIT Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Then why are you switching towards CAPF?
So, from after graduation in IIT Delhi, I have been preparing for UPSC civil services and other competitive exams. So, sir, this is also a grade A level exam and a prestigious post. And also, when I talked to my seniors and friends, they also recommended. And as I have been seeing in my society also, that this it's a job with which comes the pride and prestige in the society.
Okay, why are you preferring CISF over other CAPFs?
So this is because I talked to my seniors. They also recommended it, and it also gives a work and life balance also. That's
Okay.
why.
If you get other force?
But if I get other forces, then I will be happy to join them and serve the country as
Okay.
needed.
What is 3D printing?
So can I use Hindi?
Yeah.
सर 3D प्रिंटिंग में बेसिकली एक कोड डाल के जैसे जो हमारे कॉलेज में जो हमने की थी कि एक आप मशीन में कोड डालते हो, देन उसमें दो टाइप के चीज़ें होती हैं, एक बाइंडर्स और एक बेसिक मटेरियल, जो कि दोनों यूज़ करके वो प्रिंट करता है बाय एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. सर
How it is different from traditional manufacturing?
सर ट्रेडिशनल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में बेसिकली एक तो वेस्टेज का प्रॉब्लम होता है, क्योंकि वहाँ पे आप मटेरियल पूरा लेके उसको कट करके वैसे करते हो. इसमें एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है जिसमें कि ऐड कर करके वेस्टेज कम हो जाता है, इसलिए, और काफ़ी कॉम्प्लेक्स डिज़ाइन और काफ़ी चीज़ें बना सकते हैं इससे आप.
What is SPG?
SPG is a special protection group, and in which recruitment is from different forces. All are on deputation. No special recruitment is done for SPG, and it provides cover to very, very important persons of the country. Like Prime Minister and previous Prime Ministers and their family members.
What is role of NIA?
NIA is National Investigation Agency, which is currently look after the terrorism related cases, sir.
Only terror related?
Mostly terror related, sir.
Is there any amendment in NIA Act?
Sir, I don't know about that.
Recently, Cabinet proposed amendment in regarding the age of marriage of women.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware about that?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Sir, currently it is proposed to raise the age of marriage for girls from 18 to 21, sir.
Why so?
So, because as earlier in our society it was that girls were married at an early age, child marriage was a problem, and that's why the marriage age was set at 18. But now also, as girls are progressing in society and are going into different fields, so that's why. But still, in some areas like in Rajasthan itself, the problem persists of child marriage and all that. So I guess to give them a push, like they can perform better and they can complete their education better, like graduation and all that. That's why I guess to raise the marriage age.
Why the laws are failing to achieve their intended targets?
I guess it's because of the implementation. Like sometimes laws are made, but the follow-up is not done. If not only laws but like schemes also. If any scheme is like started by government, but follow-up is not done. Like what's the current hold-up? How is it performing? Checkup is not done, sir. That's why I guess that's the problem.
What steps have been taken by the Rajasthan government to prevent child marriages?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
What are major industries in Rajasthan?
Sir, major industries is the upcoming one is the petroleum refinery, which is in Badmer. Then there are around 86 type of minerals that are found in Rajasthan itself, and around 57 are mined, out of which like zinc and silver, Rajasthan has monopoly all over India. Then there is some minor minerals like wollastonite, which are found only in Rajasthan in India, and and also the limestone industry is there. Then the marble, which is very famous all over India, that industry is currently working.
What are cryptocurrencies?
So cryptocurrencies are basically virtual currencies which are decentralized and used for transactions, online transactions basically.
Should India allow them?
So I think India should allow them, but with regulation, like the current bill passed by the government, that the currencies which are regulated and which are by government should be allowed, but in a regulated manner. Otherwise, we are also giving rise to that fake, that money laundering problem, and the case with that money can be used for other activities which are not good for the country.
What do you mean by money laundering?
So money laundering is basically evading the taxes and using your money to park somewhere else and evading the taxes.
Is that so? What do you mean by tax evasion?
Oh, sorry, sir. That's a part of tax evasion. Money laundering is basically using taking your income out of the country and without paying any taxes.
What is the difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion?
So tax avoidance is using loopholes, and which is not illegal, but tax evasion is doing it illegally, not paying the tax, not informing about your right income and all that.
Okay. Should not agriculture income be taxed?
So it is under the state subject, agriculture income taxation, and because India is a agrarian society and mainly dependent on monsoon, so it can be taxed, I think, on large farmers, but not on small ones, because their income is so low, and also India is also facing the problem of very small land holdings, the farmers. So I guess the income is not very much, so it shouldn't be taxed, but large land.
Deepak,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me what UAPA?
UAPA is, sir, Unlawful Activities Protection Act by Government of India, under which organizations and individuals are.
Does it protect unlawful activities?
Sir, it is meant to protect, and I guess government is working towards it.
Okay. What are the provisions which are controversial about UAPA?
So one of the controversial provisions is that if under UAPA, if you are arrested, then the bail procedure is really complex, and you have to sometimes you have to prove that you are innocent. But Indian court system basically mainly works on that.
Has there been some recent amendment done in UAPA?
So there was amendment in 2019, I guess. I'm not sure, but I don't. Right now, I don't remember the exact provisions of it.
Okay. What is sedition?
So sedition is basically as in the under the 124A section given in sedition law. Sedition is basically inciting activities against the government or disturbing law and order, public law and order, and doing activities that harm the government.
Does harm the government?
Basically against the.
If you'll say something against the government, will the sedition law apply?
So I don't think that in that sense the sedition law applies. Mm-hmm. But basically, if you are inciting violence or inciting hatred among the societies, among people, or among different communities.
What are the internal security challenges which India faces?
So one of the main challenges India.
Just name me 5.
So one is Naxalism. Then the second one would be communalism. And
okay.
Then one is regionalism. And
okay. What is the situation of left-wing extremism in India?
अभी काफ़ी कम हो गया है ये. पहले काफ़ी इंडियन पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस ने काफ़ी कंट्रोल कर लिया, जैसे वेस्ट बंगाल में, छत्तीसगढ़ में भी काफ़ी कंट्रोल, अभी कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में बचा है, कुछ छत्तीसगढ़ में और कुछ महाराष्ट्र के, तो सर काफ़ी हद तक कंट्रोल कर लिया गया है, जो कि पहले काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्टेट्स में था.
Okay, Deepak, what language have you chosen for your interview?
Sir, I haven't decided, like,
It must have asked, na?
so I would prefer to do it in English, but if I'm not confident of answering something in English, then I will ask the permission to answer in Hindi.
All right. And you've done graduation in production and industrial engineering. How is it different from mechanical engineering?
So basically, production and industrial engineering, there are two parts: production, which is an amalgamation of manufacturing science and technologies, and industrial, which is basically related to industrial processes and optimization of the resources and process and management of the industrial activities.
So, have you heard of Henry Ford?
Henry Ford, yes sir.
What has his contribution been?
Sir, Henry Ford is basically the Ford car manufacturer, which is known for that, so I don't remember the name, that supply line, I guess, for car making, assembly line for car, so that produced car at very fast rate, because different people were given different roles in that assembly line, that they will put parts and the car will come really fast, come out of the assembly line really fast.
Are you aware of what is the missile program of India?
Yes sir. So it is a five.
What is it called?
Sir, I don't know.
Are you aware of the difference between a ballistic and a cruise missile?
Yes sir.
What is it?
So ballistic missile is a fire and forget missile. Basically, it works on the principle of gravity, and when you launch it. And cruise missile is basically you have to control it by radars and all. It's more controlled, and you can target it better.
Can you name a few ballistic and a few cruise missiles of India?
So ballistic missile is Agni missile, and cruise missile would be Brahmos.
And what is the range of Brahmos
So Brahmos
currently?
I'm not sure, but it last operational success was around 360 kilometers, sir. It's a supersonic missile with 3.5 Mach speed.
Right. What is it about your personality which makes you a suitable candidate for CAPF?
So because I'm hardworking and I have leadership qualities, which I think and perseverance, which I think I can lead better my team and to encourage them in difficult situations and lead them.
Imagine a scenario like 2611.
Okay, sir.
You are leading a team of NSG. What steps will you take?
In that 2611, if I'm giving this opportunity to lead a team, then I will have a standard operating procedure, like if to arrest or to kill the terrorist, then I will operate according to that. And also I will encourage my team that we are given an opportunity, so we are selected for it, so that that means we can do it, and we are the brave hearts, we should do it. So I will first encourage my team, and then I will proceed as what my standard operating procedure would be.
Okay. All right. That's about it from my end. I'll transfer now.
21st of June.
Yes, sir.
What is summer solstice?
So summer solstice is when the sun is nearer to the earth. So it is the longest day of the year, and it is the closest position. The sun rays are falling directly on the Tropic of Cancer. So
Why do you think, why do these solstices occurs?
So
What is the reason?
Due to the movement of Earth rotation of Earth around Sun.
Rotation or revolution?
So rotation and revolution both.
Okay. And is that the sole reason?
Yes, sir.
Do you know the axis of tilt?
Yes, sir.
And it has
Yes, sir,
to do anything with the solstice?
It's also a part, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you are from Churu,
Yes, sir.
very famous businessman. Do you know from Churu?
So one I know is Ellen Mittal,
Yes. Yes.
which head of Arcelor Mittal.
Alan Mittal.
Yes.
So where did he actually build his business?
Sir, it's in UK.
So when in India also when he started, he was not in Rajasthan. Why do you think that he had to move out of Rajasthan? Why wasn't he able to, build his business in Rajasthan?
I guess it was because of the infrastructure problem in Rajasthan, because it's not very properly developed, and also he is in steel making, so that industry is not, because the raw material and the market is not available for that in Rajasthan currently,
Okay.
and infrastructure at that time was not developed that much. It is better now.
What is the climate of Churu?
So climate of Churu is, so it's a arid climate basically, and the temperature, extreme temperatures are there. Like in summer it's 50 degree, it's nearly 50 degrees Celsius, and in winter, like in these days, it's like -1 and -2.
Why is Rajasthan having such an extreme climate?
So because
What is the geographical reason behind it? Do you know?
So because there is the one reason is because there is the distance from the sea, so no continentality, and because of all the sand loses heat and gains heat very fast. So in summertime, in daytime, the sand gains heat, so it heats
But
up.
Punjab is even farther than Rajasthan from sea. Why is it not? Why is Punjab not a desert?
So because the water is not available, and it's Punjab desert is not there, sir. Use of groundwater is more there, but and
Why is there so less rainfall in Rajasthan?
so because of the Aravalli Range lies parallel to the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon, so not much waterfall is there, and when
Okay.
that Bay of Bengal branch comes, then it already lost most of its
So
precipitation.
you said 50 degrees centigrade it
Yes, sir.
reaches. Does that classify as a heat wave?
So not necessarily, as I remember, because in heat wave, it's the criteria is basically average temperature should be more than the recent temperature should be more than, I guess, 3 or 5 degrees Celsius. If on average around 3 years average temperature, and the current temperature is more than 3 or 5 degrees Celsius, then it is called as heat wave. Or the second criteria, I guess, from that we can call it a heat wave, which is an area in plains which is more than 46 degrees Celsius. So by that criteria,
won't it classify then? If it is, Churu is having 50 degrees, so won't it classify as a heat wave?
So from that criteria, I guess it can be classified as a heat wave.
Okay. So Rajasthan is a desert. Is this the reason why Rajasthan is so underdeveloped?
So I guess it's because the industries haven't been properly developed there. Like there are so many minerals available which haven't been properly utilized. I guess that's the reason, not because the desert, because desert only, like the west of Aravalli is desert. Otherwise, there are proper areas. I think all kind of climates are available in Rajasthan: the plains, the plateaus, and then the plains of like Ghaggar plain in northern
Okay, so
Rajasthan.
you think that
fertile.
if the mineral wealth had been utilized, Rajasthan could have been a developed state.
Yes, sir.
But Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh are very, very rich in minerals, but still they are underdeveloped. So what happened there?
So there, I guess the problem was the whichever the minerals were used, like it was not used to benefit the local people around there. Like there were,
Okay.
That's why
Right.
the Naxal problem was also there. That the companies were coming, private industries were coming, they were taking out the minerals, but not actually helping out that people around there.
Has the government taken any step to correct this error?
Sir, one I can say is that District Mineral Foundation, which actually collects royalties now from these and that invest in the different schemes in that area for better development of the area.
Okay.
And other is, so there is one scheme name I'm not remembering right now, that Pradhan Mantri Mineral something, I don't remember the
Okay.
exact name.
Okay. All right. Mining is a government-controlled sector, or is it open to private participation as well?
Sir, it is open now. It is open to private sector as well.
When did the government reformed this? When did the norms were relaxed?
Sir, by bidding, and previously it was that there were auctions were done. Now it is that, but there were like fixed auctions. Now the government has done is that the auctions are private investors, private companies which used to mine something, they can use for their own use only, but now they can also market it. That's the recent change which has been done.
So private companies were allowed to mine minerals earlier as well,
Yes,
but
sir.
they were not allowed to sell it.
Yes, sir, they were that
So what
for
would
their
they do?
own use only,
Okay.
like
Where
in the
would they
coal
use?
sector.
Coal sector was private participation allowed? Coal sector?
So for steel making companies, it was allowed, like TISCO, so they can use for their
So they
own
had
purpose
their own
only.
mines. What about aluminium or copper?
Sir, I'm not sure.
What is the mineral wealth of Rajasthan? Which all minerals are found there?
Sir, there is steel, sorry, not steel, there is lead, then silver, zinc, and there is other minerals. I would say there is marble industry is very well developed here.
Oil and gas?
Oil and gas, sir, the Pachpadra refinery, which is currently in work in Badmer, is up and coming, I guess. So it will.
It's a
there are
refinery.
Yes, sir.
How about the exploration oil?
So the exploration is done. Basically, it is found in mainly in 3 districts: Jaisalmer, Badmer, and Jodhpur. So there, the exploration is being done, and different fields have been found of natural gas also and oil also. But right now, I guess the work is slow. That not much exploration done.
Do you
except
think
in Badmer.
Rajasthan would be able to benefit? Rajasthan's economy would be able to benefit, and local people will benefit from it?
I guess yes, sir, because due to the recent changes, as I said about District Mineral Foundation, from the royalty etc., which the DMF collects, then that can be used for the different schemes, and also when the industry sets any industry sets up its unit, then obviously local people will get employment.
Okay. Any other factors that the government can take for the development?
In that area, they can increase the corporate social responsibility.
Okay, that's limited. Again, we are very limited to the mining field only. There are other sectors in the economy
So
also.
then,
What is driving the Rajasthan's economy as of today?
So Rajasthan economy is currently working very good in IT sector, and also, sir, renewable energy sector, solar energy and wind energy plants are being set up there.
IT sector also?
Yes, sir. Yeah, IT sector is.
Where exactly is it the IT hub located? For example, we know that Gurgaon is one, for example.
Yeah. So basically, mainly in Jaipur only.
Okay.
It is up and coming, not like fully developed, but in
Anything
Jaipur.
else?
And other thing, I guess, renewable energy, sir. And
Tourism?
solar. Tourism is a good. I forgot that tourism is also a good industry to work on.